You alerted me, Kinsey, over the weekend to what I consider to be a very dubious report in one of the Sunday papers saying that Netflix, far from the reports we've been seeing that they have had it with Harry and Meghan, they're cancelling the contract. We've been seeing that they have had it with Harry and Meghan, they're cancelling the.
So picture this, a hush-hush Netflix boardroom, doors shut tight, half-empty coffee cups cooling on the table, PR reps nervously clicking their pens like it's some kind of stress symphony, Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos sitting there in dead silence. Why? Because drifting through that high-rise isn't the excitement of a fresh blockbuster pitch. Oh no, it's that name again, Meghan Markle. And not in a triumphant Hollywood comeback way. We're talking the exact opposite.
For Meghan, well, I would ask to that story, why? Why would they be doing this? She's failed at every turn. And on the same day, this...
Word around the office, some Netflix staff are snickering behind closed doors, calling her Mega Marvel. And no, not because she's saving the world in a cape. It's because everything she touches lately turns into a marketing meltdown. I mean, this woman has the kind of talent you'd expect from a Golden Globe actress. But instead of turning deals into gold, she somehow spins them into sparkly disasters. This Netflix deal? It was supposed to be her royal fairy tale rescue, creative freedom, a fat paycheck, and all the PR ammo in the world to rebrand herself into the next Oprah 2.0. But instead, it's morphing into a full-blown live-action villain origin story. The whispers are getting louder, contracts up in September, no renewal, not even a pity extension to save face. Netflix dumped her harder than Spotify ever did. Insiders claim Greg and Ted didn't even sugarcoat it, just flat out told her team, "We're done." No Hollywood ghosting, no polite fade out, just a corporate good luck out there.
Cool, she's reportedly desperate for new gigs. Absolutely anything she can do to make up for the $100 million Netflix deal that's gone. Some are suggesting
And what does Meghan do? Lay low? Shift gears quietly? Oh please, that would be logical. Instead, she goes rogue. She's cooking up what insiders are calling a bizarre, over-the-top mashup. A social justice music video meets chaotic Instagram comeback, and I'm not talking a cute little soft focus reel of her sipping wine in a garden hat. Number Meghan's gearing up to take down the Hollywood machine, armed with jazz hands and, I kid you not, a fake mustache. Apparently, she secretly filmed the whole thing while still under contract with Netflix. That's right, shot, edited, composed her own track, and even staged part of it inside Netflix HQ. No permission, no clearance. Walked in like she owned the joint, filmed her big revolution, then slipped out like Banksy with an Instagram filter.
Topic seat next to Whoopi Goldberg if they let her. I think that would ruin her already.
Picture it, Meghan waltzing into a studio with her own self-funded crew dressed like some parody of a 1950s male exec, pinstriped suit, hair slicked back, puffing on a fake cigar, then breaking into choreography with backup dancers. Dancing, in heels, with a suitcase and a boombox. If this is the feminist revolution, it's clearly sponsored by Wi-Fi and pure delusion. And the kicker? Netflix had no clue until someone spotted the footage bouncing around in an internal chat and went, did anyone authorize this? Cue instant legal panic. The lawyers fired off a cease and desist reminding her, still under contract, cannot use that footage, especially the stuff shot on their turf. And Meghan's team allegedly sent back a smile emoji along with a press release schedule. Yep, they're already teeing up a September release, right when her contract ends. That's not just bold. That's spite wrapped in sequins. The hype? They're selling it like a woke Lemonade reboot. Think Beyoncé's Formation. But swap the artistry for community theater energy. The track's supposedly called Suits and Silence. One leaked lyric, old white ties choking dreams, I rip the seams, I own my screams. And no, sadly, that's not an SNL parody, it's the actual vibe. Netflix execs, livid. Not because they fear the message, but because it's just plain humiliating. This isn't activism, this is sabotage in a sparkly blazer. One exec apparently summed it up. It's a parody of a parody and she thinks it's a revolution.
Meghan Markle and Prince Harry officially become connected to one word. Sucks.
And here's where it really turns ugly. Even Netflix staff who once liked Meghan are slowly backing away. One producer told an insider, she brings controversy without ratings, the worst combo in Hollywood. And he's right. Meghan's not trending for her work anymore. It's all about her stunts. Sure, that plays on TikTok, but studios want profits, not pandemonium. And the attitude? That's what's scaring them most. Word is, her team treated Netflix's legal letters like junk mail. One rep supposedly smirked, good, let them try, it'll only make it bigger. Classic, turn the red flag into marketing move, but this isn't some blogger beef. This is Netflix. They don't play. Behind all this chaos is a woman who had everything. One of the biggest streaming deals of the decade. Oprah intros, Archewell influence, merchandise tie-ins, a literal global stage. And what does she do with it? Films a TikTok-worthy rebellion in someone else's office hallway. It's not reinvention. It's not bravery. It's just messy. Meghan had this golden opportunity. After the Spotify debacle, she could have rebuilt, reshaped her image, shown the industry she could adapt. But nope. She doubled down on chaos, and now every studio in town is side-eyeing her. The whispers aren't even whispers anymore. They're practically billboards. People are calling her radioactive. And not because she's outspoken, but because she just cannot read the room. She wants to be seen as this fearless truth-teller, some modern-day icon of speaking out. But right now, she's a woman spinning in the middle of a Netflix hallway without permission, imagining she's Rosa Parks in Louboutin heels. And that's the part that's heartbreaking, because there are still good people out there trying to salvage her career. Publicists burning through contacts, agents making desperate calls, all of them basically begging anyone to take a meeting with her. One of them allegedly told an insider flat out, "She's blowing it. She's seriously blowing it." Even her Instagram team's in meltdown. Half of them want to delay the video, the other half want to launch it with full fireworks. And Meghan, she reportedly said, "It's time to take back the mic. The problem is, no one's listening anymore." Now she's all in, completely committed to what she's calling her next chapter. But to everyone else watching, it's starting to look like the last chapter in a book nobody's interested in finishing. Sure, Meghan's convinced this video will spark conversation, reclaim her power, and whatever other buzzword her PR team's feeding her. But the only conversation right now is whether she's finally tipped over the edge. And don't forget, this isn't some isolated oddity. It's part of a pattern. Spotify dumped her. Her podcast got roasted in the press. Netflix pulled the plug. Disney's not calling. The merch quietly disappeared from store shelves. Meghan's brand isn't just limping, it's bleeding out. And now she's trying to wrap that collapse in shiny empowerment packaging, put it to a beat, and convince the public it's disruption. But this isn't disruption, it's desperation. Desperation in slow motion, with a filter slapped on top. People inside the industry are calling it what it is, a breakdown disguised as branding. Executives are talking, publicists are sweating. Even people who once defended her are backing away because no one wants to be caught in the Meghan crossfire anymore, and it's not because she's dangerous, it's because she's exhausting. One producer summed it up perfectly. It's like she's building a brand around alienating everyone who ever helped her. Even the press is getting weird about it. A handful of journalists were offered early access to the video, and you'd think they'd jump at the chance to stir some drama. But nope, some flat out declined. Not because they were scared of controversy, but because they knew it was career suicide with a beat drop. One writer told a colleague, "It's not edgy, it's tragic. It's a woman unraveling on camera and calling it content." And the embarrassment doesn't end there. Meghan apparently tried to recruit some big-name influencers to hype the video, people with millions of followers who live for viral moments. But they said no. One even ghosted her team after seeing a rough cut. When influencers, whose entire brand is courting chaos, decide your stunt is too toxic, that's a flashing red siren. No brand wants to be linked to something that basically screams, "I made this because Netflix dumped me." And the fans, even her diehard stans, are starting to crack. Reddit is overflowing with threads like, "This ain't it, Meghan," and "Someone please take her phone away." TikTok is roasting her. Instagram comments, a disaster zone. And Twitter? Oh, Twitter's having the time of its life. Memes, reaction clips, parody videos of the parody video. It's become a digital bonfire. And Meghan's right in the middle, holding the match and smiling like she just invented fire. You know what this feels like? Like Meghan saw Beyoncé's Lemonade, missed the entire point, and thought, "I'll do my own version." Except she left out the artistry, the raw pain, the cultural resonance, and the devoted fan base. All that's left is the anger and a ring light. The song, weak, the visuals, chaotic, the message, blurry, but the ego, oh, the ego is crystal clear, and that timing, again, matters. She's planning to drop this video the exact day her Netflix contract ends. That's not clever rebellion. That's petty on a grand stage. It's Meghan flipping the bird on her way out, convinced she looks like a maverick. But in Hollywood, timing can make or break you. And this timing screams bitter, not bold. It's the kind of move that gets you quietly blacklisted, not booked. And where's Harry in all this? Sources say absolutely nowhere. Not in the video, not in the lyrics, not even hinted at. Which, well, you can draw your own conclusions. Either he wants nothing to do with this circus, or he's been pushed so far to the sidelines he's basically an extra, and not even a speaking role. Remember the second season of With Love, Meghan? Yeah. That's not happening. Done. Dead. buried deep in Netflix's server graveyard. Nobody's touching it now, not with this video buzzing like a bad smell. That's millions in content, years of brand building, endless Hollywood handshakes, gone, torched in 3 minutes of choreographed spite. And here's the thing, it didn't have to be like this. After that Oprah interview, Meghan had the media in the palm of her hand, the sympathy, the power, the world's undivided attention. It was all hers. She could have built something meaningful, something lasting, but instead, she built a content machine with no real purpose. She chased platforms instead of purpose, hype instead of substance. And now, she's manufacturing outrage just to cling to relevance. But here's the truth, you can't force people to care, and you definitely can't guilt-trip them into watching your next statement, especially when it looks like a parody of your own ego. Hollywood moves fast. Meghan's not just behind, she's running the wrong race entirely. This bizarre, desperate music video might be her final act. Not because she's being canceled, no one's even bothering to cancel her. She's just fading, slowly, loudly, publicly. And if she actually drops this video, that slow fade becomes a free fall. Maybe she doesn't see it yet. Maybe her team is still telling her it's brave, disruptive, reclaiming her narrative. But when the cameras shut off, when the likes stop, when the journalists stop answering her calls, she's going to realize what this really was. Not a revolution, not a statement, just another misstep captured in HD. Because here's the thing, you can only play the victim for so long before people start asking, you had the spotlight and this is what you did with it? And when that dust settles, when people stop remembering the interviews, the sound bites, even the controversies, she'll be remembered for one thing: blowing the biggest media deal of her life with a fake cigar, a low-budget beat, and a video no one wanted. It's almost poetic, except it's not. It's tragic, and it's self-inflicted. Congratulations, Meghan. You didn't just walk away from Netflix. You staged your own exit, lit it on fire, and made sure everyone in the room knew never to invite you back. Now here's the kicker. This isn't some private Hollywood embarrassment that'll get swept under the red carpet. This video, it's already leaking in whispers, screenshots, snippets, you didn't hear this from me DMs. And every time a new piece drops, the industry's collective jaw drops a little lower. Even rival studios aren't laughing. They're wincing, because this isn't just a messy exit from one streaming giant. This is the kind of stunt that echoes. Producers, directors, brand managers, they all talk. And when your name gets passed around like a cautionary tale, doors start closing. Quietly but permanently, this whole thing has turned into an unintentional case study in how to torch your own brand. And the saddest part? Meghan still thinks she's playing 4D chess. She sees this as her big mic drop. Everyone else sees it as her swan dive off a cliff she built herself.